Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to do the book called The Butterfly Effect. Two Divas, you can go with your announcement.
Okay, I would like to take a moment of silence and send our condolences to a woman by the name of Sadie Roberts Johnson. She was the founder of the African American Museum down there in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. She was found in her trunk of her car on Friday.
Condolences.
My
Condolences.
condolences
Family.
to her and her family.
Family.
Yes,
So,
yes.
what we talking about today, ladies?
The
We're
book that
talking about the butterfly effect.
Butterfly Effect. I want to welcome everybody to our channel, Brooklyn Core President and First Lady. Every Sunday we do our book review, and today's they discussing the butterfly effect or whatever.
Yes.
But I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all do, ladies. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy it like I always been. Welcome and yeah.
oh, okay. The book, the butterfly effect. It is explanatory. It shows how your life matters. That every decision, every choice that you make, it matters. The author is Andy Andrews, excuse me, and it's the New York Times best-selling author. He's one of the best-selling authors. Um, Jazzy, would you like to give us um, a little of expounding on the author, like in the beginning of the book, where he um, gives you some notes, a little background on how the book came about?
Right. What he's saying to people in this book is that whatever you do, it matters. You can do something, it could trickle down to your family, it could trickle down to your wife, your children. Because whatever you do in this life, it does matter. And if you read this book, it will enlighten you and it will open up your eyes to
Yes,
things that you have done or may be, may do.
yes,
It does affect your entire family.
yes,
In this book, it opened up my eyes. I said, wow, when I started reading it, I understood exactly what the author was talking about
yes,
because he started talking about a school teacher that went to war.
Yes.
Okay, guys, you remember that part of the book, the beginning
Yes.
of the book,
Yes.
hmm
where he was fighting the Rebs.
yes,
Because you know what they was fighting for? They was fighting for freedom of blacks.
hmm
And he was, I think, 34 years old
yeah,
when he went to war.
Yes, he was.
yes, it was.
And yes, they were fighting the Rebs, and they was on top of a hill. They had built like a barrier where they
Yeah,
couldn't get on top. If you watch the movie, I saw something like that, and I think it was the movie with Denzel Washington.
yes,
With
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yes, okay, so that made me think about what he was saying. As far as his name was Lawrence Chamberlain,
yes,
Yes.
hmm
and like I said, they were at war,
yeah,
and they lost so many of the soldiers
yes,
in that war, and they lost a lot of ammunition.
yeah,
Yes.
So what they were doing, they were going to the dead and getting their ammunition because
yes,
they lost a lot of ammunition. So what happened was the reps were coming, and he stood there and he thought about what can we do, because it was more of them than them, because like I
yes,
said, they lost a lot of people.
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
And he just said attack, and they started attacking. They started attacking, and they
yeah,
won that war. And a lot of people don't know that they're the ones that won that war.
yeah,
They're saying the South won the war, but they didn't.
yeah.
No, they did
They
not.
won that war.
You
Yes,
know,
they
So
did.
that what they're saying is that trickled down,
yeah,
because had he not did that, it may have not been the United States.
yes, you
If
know,
you read the book, it will
yeah,
tell you that exactly.
yeah.
So
And
go, Carol.
by him making that choice, he made a choice, and he didn't see that if he made this choice, he knew. He says, "Win or lose, we're gonna have to stand on this choice." And
Right.
in his mind, we're gonna win this. We're gonna win this, and which it confused the other side. the other side, because they normally would see a defeated group of men, they would take off running, but these men aren't running, they're coming towards us, and that caused that butterfly effect.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
like when I got into the book, I was like, wow, what do you
Wow.
butterfly effect? When a butterfly flaps its wings, he broke
Yes.
it down. He said that it causes an effect that could cause a wind to rise in another continent.
Right.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go back to the beginning of the book because there's a point that I wanted to make.
Okay.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
the author, how he came to write this book. He was 23,
Mm-hmm.
homeless, and he was scared. And the only friend that he had was a homeless man.
Yes.
You know, and that one conversation with that homeless man started the butterfly effect with him.
Yeah,
And he
that,
understood.
even though the
Absolutely.
man was homeless,
Yeah,
that man was very wise.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
He was very wise
yeah,
in the stuff that he was telling him.
yeah. You know, and the question that the homeless man answered him was, do you sometimes find yourself unconsciously judging your actions by level of importance? And that's the way that we do today. And it's going back to the battle on that hill.
Yes.
We judge ourselves because the commander was judging himself, his decision. If I make this decision, will I be making the right decision? But when he chose that decision to charge, attack, he made the right decision, and therefore the cause and effect, they was victorious,
Yes.
won.
Yes.
And
Yes.
when the book is telling you, your life has meaning,
Your life matters.
Yes.
your life has purpose, and the choices that we make, if they're good or if they're bad, that's a permanent position that we set our family's life up, our finances up. It's a real deep book. It's a small book, short book, but it makes
But
sense.
and it's deep. It is
Yes.
very deep.
It is very deep because the choices that we make or the decisions that we make, it affects all of us. That's why it's the butterfly effect. It affects all of us that are connected. And if
Correct.
we make the wrong decision, it's going to cause a downfall effect. It's
Yes.
not an upfall, because the book is telling us that our life has purpose, and it has a permanent purpose. We
Yes.
can be successful, or we can be failures in our choices.
Right.
You know,
Correct. Correct.
And if we're not careful in some of the decisions that our lifelong decisions that we make, it can
Yes.
affect our children,
yes,
and
Yes.
so on and so on and so on.
yes. You know, and then when you get into the book, it'll ask the question, how significant is my life? He said,
Correct.
ask yourself that. Ask yourself, do I make a difference? What, when I move, when I act, when I do something, does the universe notice? Yes, yes.
Yes.
Do I really matter? Yes, we really matter. Even our actions, our movement, everything that we do has a cause and an effect.
Yes.
And that's what the butterfly effect is.
Yes. Exactly, Carol. Exactly.
You know,
This is what this man is saying. Of your actions or whatever you do, it trickles down.
Yeah,
It does.
it does.
If you're negative, then everybody around you are negative because
Yes,
you
they
bring
will.
that vibe. You're bringing that vibe of negativity.
That's the kind of people that you will attract.
Yes.
The positive majority of the people that you surround yourself with is
Yeah.
positive.
Yes.
But if you
Yes.
surround yourself with pure negativity, that's exactly what you're gonna get.
That's
Yeah.
what you're gonna get.
Because what does negativity breed? Negativity breeds negativity.
Of course it does. Of
You
course
have,
it does.
you have to make a choice. Am I going to stay with this? Am I going to have to cut these negative vibes loose in order to be positive and your life to have a permanent purpose? You're
Yes.
going to have to separate yourself, make the choice, make a decision. Okay, I'm not going with the positive, but not the positive. I mean, excuse me, but the negative. I'm going over here with the positive because positivity breeds positivity.
Yes. Yes, Carol. Yes.
Yes, because
No.
like in my lifetime, I have done some negative things,
We all have.
but I only support positivity in my children.
Hmm.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
that's what I support.
Yeah.
But
I
but I'm
mean,
telling you, this
and
book.
I can honestly say my kids' friends are the same as they are.
Hmm.
If they're not about nothing, my kids is not going to be with you.
That's it.
Right. I
You
mean,
know.
that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
You got to bring positivity in your life. That's what this man is saying. And this book is a fantastic book.
Yes.
It, I mean, it'll take you no time to read it.
Yeah.
Because once
Man,
once
one,
I opened it, that was it.
I
Yes.
tried, but I told you, Joyce,
Yes.
guys, I read the book sometime before they did because I was in a book reading club. But
Hmm.
I told them when they chose the book, excellent book. But I
Yes.
also told her, Joyce, once you pick up that and read that first page, you're not going to stop until you get to that
The,
last page of that book.
Yes.
and
Yes.
it will capture you, and it would also make you reevaluate the decisions that you've made in life. A lot of
Absolutely.
people, they judge themselves and they say, well, maybe if I done this, maybe if I done that. But all you have to do is connect with that positive aspect, and then it's going to start growing from there. And I
Yes.
wanted to share an excerpt from the book,
Okay.
Okay.
and it explains the butterfly effect. A butterfly could flap its wings and set molecules of air in motion,
Right.
which would move another molecules of the air, in turn moving more molecules of air, evidentially capable of starting a hurricane on the other side of the planet. Does see what we do when we make a choice or a decision to go a certain way, it puts those molecules into movement,
Yes. It does.
and it
Yes.
spreads.
Basically,
Spread.
that book makes you think and reevaluate
It
yourself.
does. It
It
really, really
does.
does. It
It does.
really does.
and and like he explained in the book, people try to discredit this scientist when he made that point about the butterfly effect, but it is a scientific proven fact that effect and cause,
Yes. Yes.
and being, if you want your life to be successful, you have to create a positive environment in order for your finances to increase, your job, your business to grow, the decisions that you make in everyday life. It
Yes.
has a cause
This
and
is,
an effect.
yes,
Yes.
this is true because if you live in your life negatively, you won't know no other way but to teach the people around you the same negative.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? It always needs, and when you have negativity, you always need some positivity to bring that negativity over to positive side.
Correct. That
Yes.
is correct. Correct.
And
And this book will make you think.
yeah,
It will make you think. Once you read it, you're like,
yes,
wow, this is if I'm doing this, then it
yes. This is what's affecting the negativity in
try
what's
to be
going on.
positive. This is what this man is
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. You know,
And,
and
and not to settle for less. I got out of that book also.
yes, yes, and
God for
he
positivity.
asks, yeah, and he asks you questions, and those questions will make you stop for a minute as you read and think,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
he'll come back with fact. Like he said, he asked the question, did you know that um, one existed, one single man made one dramatic decision that changed everything?
And he was talking about Adam.
He
Yeah,
was talking about, he was talking about Timberland. That's who
yeah,
he was talking about.
yeah,
Yes.
and you know, when we face the facts and we look at our life and how things are going on around us, is it negative? Is it positive? Are we drawing positivity, or are we drawing negativity by our choices?
Yeah, yeah,
You
Correct.
know,
yeah.
Correct.
100%. I agree.
and see it. It makes you, like Joy said, it makes you reevaluate. It makes you think. And like Cameron said, you have to make the right choice. I put it in that form. You got to make the right choice. And all of us in our earlier years, we have made negative
Yeah.
choices, and we saw the cause and the effect. It didn't
Yes.
produce anything. It didn't
And it
produce.
absolutely was a butterfly.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
butterfly effect. We didn't get no. The finances didn't increase. We lost, but we didn't gain.
Right.
Right.
We did.
Right.
We didn't accomplish anything, and we did not have a purpose.
Right.
And in order to make our life have purpose, we have got to be selective on our choices. We got to examine those choices.
Yeah.
Correct. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
And you have to, when you surrounded by negativity, you have to.
Yes.
You gotta let your positive side bring out, take away that negativity,
Yes.
or remove that negativity
Yes.
completely away from you.
Yes.
Okay, remember one part in the book where his name is Norman Borlaug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they gave him an award for some kind of disease-resistant corn
Yeah.
and wheat.
Mm-hmm.
But he was not the person that was supposed to get that award.
No,
The person that was supposed to get that award was Henry Wallace.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Henry Wallace. He was the vice president of Franklin Roosevelt. He did one term.
Yeah.
But what happened was George Washington Carver took him under his wing at the age of 6
Yes.
Absolutely.
and got him to love plants.
Yes.
This is where this peanut is coming in from George Washington Carver.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and this is where this Wallace gentleman, which he was a farmer.
Mm-hmm.
He was like I said, he was a vice president. He did that one
Yes.
term, but he did a lot of different things.
Yes.
Yeah, he wore many hats.
Yes.
He wore, correct, Cameron. Thank you for saying that. He wore many hats.
Yes, and he saved millions of people's lives with his.
It said 2 billion people he saved their lives from
Yes.
famine.
Yeah,
Yes.
but, I mean, like, seriously, you think about it. If you locked in a room with 4 other people, it's going to be one brain in there that's going to figure out
Yeah.
how to get out.
Yes.
And I love that book. I love
Yes.
it.
I mean, it is so positive. I tell you guys, if you can, if
Yeah.
you can get it, read this book.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get it online. I paid $8.99 for it online. You may get it for cheaper, but it is worth the read. I
Yes,
tell you,
it
it will make you think.
Yes.
And that's what reading books is about.
Yes.
It makes you think.
Yes.
Yeah. And I also want to throw in there, it's a good book for your kids to read.
Yes, it is.
It is very good for your children to read. I tell you, it really is.
Yes.
These
Because
children are surrounded by so much negativity.
negativity. And to add to that, we also have to realize this books makes you realize that everything you do matters.
It
Every
does.
move you make, every action that we take, it matters.
It does matter.
And it will affect your whole life perspective.
From the time the great creator gives you that breath to take that next step, yes, your life matters.
Yes.
And what you do matters.
Yeah.
Well,
And
well,
not,
you know how they say that karma,
yes.
what you do, it come back. It comes
Yes, it
back.
does.
And
It
it
does.
don't necessarily have to come back to you. We can come back to your kids.
Yes.
We can come back
Yes.
to your grandkids. It can
Yes.
come back 4 generations from there.
Yes. Yes, yes, and yes.
It's like this. It's not just, as you say, me, you. It's not just you. It's or your family or your businesses or your hometown. It affects all of that.
It does.
It
I'm
doesn't
telling you.
affect just you, it affects everything that surrounds you.
This book will make you think about things in your life. It
Yes,
will. If you read this book, it
yes,
will make you think about a lot of things. I
yes.
tell you.
And one thing it will do, it will give you a positive outlook on your life. That a lot of people think that I don't matter, I don't have purpose. This book's told me that I have purpose, and if I have purpose, that means you have purpose too, and a permanent purpose.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen.
And if you don't believe in yourself,
Nobody else
I
will.
don't know what to tell you.
True.
It's true. It is so true.
Yes.
But like I said, the book is deep. It's deep. I tell you
It-
guys, it is deep.
It's a small book, and you might not think it means anything, but once you open the first page, start from that first page, it's gonna capture you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's about 113 pages
Yes.
that I was speed reading because
Yeah.
I was telling Joyce at the time when I read the book, I
Mm-hmm.
actually was working. And we had book club that night. And I
Uh-huh.
said, oh, I gotta hurry up and read this book. I hurry up. Normally I would read the front and read the back. And
Okay.
you know, use my brain for the in between.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Wing it. Wing it. Yes.
But from the first page, I sat there and I read it on my lunch hour.
I tell you.
Yes.
But that was like one of the most, like out of all the books that we did,
Yeah.
that was one that like I said, I would
Yes.
read that over and
And
over.
over again.
Yes.
It's encouragement. If you feeling down, you feeling weak, and you think that your life don't matter,
It does.
It really, really
Pick
does.
this book up and read it. And you know, like I said, he always asked the question, and what stood out to me, the question is there an ending to this story? No, the story has just begun. When you pick the book up, the
Yes.
story begins. It's the butterfly effect.
Yes.
That effect
Yes.
happened, and they made you stop and reassess everything.
Yeah.
The story is never ending. It's just like a continuum.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
And I put it this way. I know a lot of people don't care about talking about religious stuff, but I do. When I was in classes, they made the point of when the earth was created and God spoke it into existence. He didn't speak it into existence for then. He spoke it into existence in a continuum.
right?
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
You know, and and that when I read that question, said, "Is this the end of the story?" And I thought, no, this is just the beginning of the story, because where the book takes us so far, the story continues with us and our choices.
Right.
But you can also,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
and you also can tell that the Bible was his best friend too.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. And it's a must read. I would recommend it to anybody, everybody. Get this book. It may be a little book, but it's a little book with depth in it.
It's right.
It will affect you for the rest. From the time that you stop reading it, it'll start affecting your life and the choices that you make.
Okay. You know that George Washington Carver, this man was smart, and he
Yes,
was
he
born
was.
in 1864. And back then, they didn't want, us people to know how to read and all
Yes,
kinds of other stuff. This man was very smart.
yes,
He was a scientist. He was an inventor.
yes,
I mean, he was a professor at the
yes.
Tuskegee Institute. I
Yeah.
come putting it out.
Tuskegee, yeah.
Yes.
Tuskegee.
And he
Yes.
well,
I couldn't get the word out.
that's a tricky word. Like
It's a very tricky word.
Louisiana.
Yes.
I had to keep saying it to get it right. Back.
Yes.
Louisiana.
Tuskegee. Yes, I got it, y'all. I mean, this man, he was a smart man, and this is where he got this, young boy
Mm-hmm.
to learn about planting and farming.
Yes.
But listen, who was the baddest airman out Tuskegee's?
Of course.
The
Of
Tuskegee
course.
Airmen.
Because one thing about black people, we always can come up with a solution.
Oh yeah.
We gonna
Oh
figure something out. They was like,
yes.
oh, it ain't our time and not today. We gonna drop this bomb.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So
And
this
to
this
let,
was this was a very smart man.
yes,
Very smart man.
yes.
And it's crazy because they're saying, you know, in the book he's saying that there are 88 things that Carver originated
Hmm.
from the sweet potato that we still use today.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
What I'm saying to you guys, this man was very smart.
Yes. Yes.
Right, but the only thing you hear about George Washington Carver is the peanut.
Yes.
They don't tell you nothing.
That's why you have to read.
Yes.
You have to research things. If you don't understand
Yes.
it, you can always research
Yes.
and find these things out on your own.
Yeah. Because like he stated in the book, we were created as one of a kind
Yes.
on the earth. There had never been anybody like either one of us. Each one of us is different.
Yes.
We have different thoughts, we have different feelings, and within that, our ability to reason and act on all the existed in one and anyone else. So we can't react like another person, and it wasn't an accident that we were put here. We were put here with a purpose.
With a purpose. Yes.
And we were
Right,
created
and
in order
you know what?
that we might make a difference.
And
We
this
have the
gentleman,
power to do that.
right, this gentleman, he had, he goes all around the world and he speaks about this book.
Yes, he travels worldwide.
Yes.
This book should be part of suicide intervention.
Intervention. Yes.
Yeah, and
Because like as I told me and Jazzy have a lot of mental health background.
Right. We do.
And one of the things with people that commit suicide, they believe in themselves that they're not worth.
they don't have a purpose.
They don't have a purpose. That's
Right.
completely right.
And
I advise you have anybody in your family that's down and out, get this book, let them read this book.
Yes.
I tell you, it will
yes,
wake them up. I tell
Yes.
you, it will wake them
will.
up. It
It
will
will.
make them feel that they have a purpose on this
Purpose,
earth.
and they do. And I love the little excerpts in there. I jotted my notes down, and he made that statement that no, we need to know that our actions cannot be hoarded. If we got all this positivity, we can't hold it and keep it to ourselves. And I'm gonna say this. I'll save it for later. I might share it later. And we can't be selective with who we share these positive the choices with, because by our hands, by the person's hand that feel that their life has no purpose, there's millions and billions of people, that the one that don't think that their life have a purpose, their life does have a purpose, and it will affect millions and billions of people, and it will alter everything around them, and it will catch on, like it's like a chain. When they put that chain together, they precisely connect each link in that chain.
Yes.
Each one of us is a link to the next person.
Yes.
And the next person.
Yes.
And we have to not hoard that. We got to harness that, and then we got to do the butterfly flex, flop our wings, and let the molecules start moving
Yes.
around.
And believe that I am somebody.
And I have a purpose, and I have a meaning.
And I matter.
Yes.
I matter.
Yes.
Every day that I'm here, I matter.
Matter.
Even down to the very beating of our heart, it matters. It
matters.
has a purpose. And even down to, every thought that we think, that thought has a purpose.
And it will make you think, like, if I do this,
What will happen?
what's going to happen if I do this? It'll make you think
Yes,
before you even do it. I tell
Yes.
you, Get this book, people.
Yes.
Get this
Yeah,
book.
it makes you think before you think of doing something
Yeah.
horrible to the next person.
Yeah.
Yes,
To feel
Yes,
that
that's
it was
true.
being done to you.
That's true.
I
And
really wish that this book could be sent out to everybody in the entire world. I really do.
yes.
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 I really
Yeah.
do. I tell you, God,
They really need to use this book in suicide.
Yes.
Really.
they really do. They
And
really do. I tell you.
I like to say this to anybody that's watching our show, or somebody that may come by later on and watch it, to let you know that their life and what they do with it today matters forever.
It does.
It's
It
not
really
like
does.
it just for today. It matters forever. And you have purpose, you have meaning.
Yeah. That's like, going back, like my grandfather and them, they weren't able to be educated.
Yeah.
They only went to maybe the second and third grade, but what got them through life was mother with sense.
Hmm.
But with that, my grandfather wanted to make sure that my mom had a good education. And
Yes.
then my mom wanted to make sure that she didn't like the public school system, so she wanted us to have a better education than she
Hmm.
did. So she put us in Catholic,
Yes.
you know what I mean? And, each generation want to do something different from what
Yes.
they did.
Yes.
Like just because, like I said, my grandfather only went maybe to the third grade with the mother with sense that he had.
Hmm.
He didn't sit back and tell us, "Oh, y'all don't need to read no book. Y'all don't need to go to school." And
Yeah.
first thing he said was, "Y'all need to go to school."
Because you got to understand, Karen, of things back then, they didn't want black people to read, write, or anything. So, of course, he's going to tell you, get your education. Because back then, they couldn't get theirs.
No,
So
but
I get it.
I actually have heard some
But
crazy people say to their kids, "Because I didn't go to college, I don't see why you need to." I think that's crazy.
But see, now, when you just said that, that's the butterfly effect, honey.
yes.
That's what it is.
Yes. And
Yeah,
if we think about it, um this book goes beyond the bounds of race too, because
Yes.
we all are as one. And
this
with
book
that
is not
one,
this book is totally not based on color.
no,
It's
it's not.
not at all.
It's
Not
not.
at all.
It's not. You know, our choices and our decisions, it shapes our future.
That's
It
right.
does. It
And
really does, Carol.
that comes in all different ethnic
Yes,
people.
everyone, not just one set, everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Absolutely agree.
and like I said before, this book is a must read. Get the book, read the book. It's gonna be intriguing, and it's gonna make you think. And after you close the book, you're gonna be walking around your home thinking, have I been making the right
Yes,
choices?
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes,
Yes.
Believe me,
yes.
believe me. That's how it affected me. Have I been making the right choices? you know and you will see the effects of your choices. Like Cameron said, you make the wrong choices, it's going to affect your family and the next generation and the next generation of your family. It's
It
going to affect
does.
your performances on your job. It's going to
Right.
affect your finances. It's going to affect everything that affects you and others that are connected to you.
It is the
Yeah,
truth.
and we all know the workforce. You can meet some of the worst negative
Oh,
people
yes. Yes.
ever.
And our choice to how we relate to them or react to them
It's
is
very
going to
important.
affect us in our work.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
It's this, like I said, this book will make you think.
Yeah.
It'll make you maybe change the way you live your
Yes.
life.
Yes.
It will
make
probably
it
do that
will
for you.
make you
I believe so.
it
Yes.
will actually make you sit down and reevaluate
Yes.
things
It will.
that you're doing and that you have done.
Yes. And it would also, a lot of people suffer from depression. Read this book right here, and it'll give you
I tell
purpose
you,
beyond that
it will.
depression.
Oh, I'm gonna call up one of my friends, Joyce, and have them put this in group therapy.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
real.
Yes,
I'm
For
telling you.
real.
yes,
Well,
yeah,
that's why he's one of the best authors,
yes,
because what he's written down for people to read will make you think twice.
yes. And he's not talking from what he's seen in other people. He's talking from his life experience.
Right, right,
23,
correct.
homeless, don't have nowhere to lay your head, don't know which direction your life is going to take in. And it took one conversation from an older homeless man that changed his life forever.
I'm gonna tell you a little story. We like when it's called the cold blue, when it's too cold outside.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And we'll go out, and we would go out and we would take the people up off the street.
Yes.
Well, I actually had an individual
Hmm.
that was
Hmm.
homeless for the last 7, 8 years,
Hmm.
double master's degree,
Hmm.
Mm.
but he gave up on life.
Yes.
He told, when I'm interviewing him and he's telling me, he said that, once after he got the double master's degrees and he wasn't able to locate a job in the field that he went to school for, he
Hmm.
became thinking that he was worthless.
Hmm.
That's how he ended up on the street.
Yes.
And when we got him, we showed him that he does matter.
Yeah.
Do you know this man got himself together, left our program, and now he's doing something that he went to school for. He is now a professor at Drexel
Hmm.
University here in
Hmm.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot. Some people look at homeless people as just people, that,
Yeah.
but
But they were
a
somebody
lot of
sometime.
them were somebody.
Yes, they were.
You'll be
Yeah.
absolutely surprised. In the mental
Yes.
health field, I've worked with people that actually titles was bigger than mine,
Hmm.
and now they're themselves are clients. But
Hmm.
they've been counseling people for years.
Hmm.
They worried about everybody else, and they never concentrated on their self.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
this book
Hmm.
is telling you that you can't lose who you are.
Yes.
Because once you lose who you are, you won't have a purpose.
Yes.
Yes, but we stated, guys, this book is a great book.
Yes, it is.
You may want to pick it up. It will give you a better outlook on life.
Yes.
It will make you think
Yes.
twice about the things that you're doing.
Yes.
This is a great book, guys. Great, great book.
Yes, I
And
give that book a 5 star. Actually, I give it 10 stars if it can hold ten
Yes.
stars.
yes, I would also. I would
Yes.
also. It is great, guys.
Yes.
Great.
Spectacular.
And me, it's a small book, but it's a simple book, but it speaks volumes and it speaks truth.
Yes, it does. It really does.
Yes.
So, guys, if anybody that's listening or may, listen to us later, I mean, we invite anybody to the book club. Anyone that wants to join is
Yes.
welcome to join this book club.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we also will take requests on books that y'all would like for us to read.
Yes.
And
And
what they say, a terrible mind
as
It's a,
is a word.
it's a bad thing to waste.
Thank you.
Bad thing to
oh
waste.
yeah, me and Joyce know mine is a trouble thing to waste.
Yes.
Because some of them people, I'm like, what in the heck? Heck?
Yes.
Is it what?
Yes.
I wish I had some of them degrees y'all got.
Yeah. So
No,
you
it's just, they needed, and their families just turned against them. Nobody tried to help them.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that I have plenty of success stories of my consumers going back out there into the community and becoming successful.
yeah.
We had a
What it is, Karen, is people need
encouragement.
encouragement. That's what they need.
And they need somebody to believe in them
Yes,
and tell
we
them,
had
no, you can do this.
we had an individual. He came to us and he says, "Well, I want to go to work." One of the things that he couldn't go to work because he didn't have a high school diploma. So
Hmm.
we helped him enroll into a GED program. He enrolled in the GED program.
Hmm.
He, later, after he got his GED, he came in happy and ecstatic because he got accepted to Temple University. He was never
Yes.
he was never a dummy. He
Uh-huh.
Right.
just didn't have nobody behind him.
But
Uh-huh.
Everybody would always label him because of the behavior and the actions of
Yeah.
things that he would do.
Hmm.
But you have to realize that he was acting out too. He
right,
Yeah.
was
right.
acting out more, you know what I mean? And then, they will tell you, my whole family gave up on me. Why are you wasting your time on me? Because I see there's a person in there and I'm going to bring that person out.
Right.
I'm going to bring
But
that person to
what we need, I think, in this entire world, we need encouragement,
Yes.
understanding,
Yeah,
Yes.
and love. This is what we
Yes.
need in this world.
yes,
And and acceptance.
yes,
And acceptance.
yes. And
So
we,
guys, if you want to say anything else dealing with the book, you guys can, but I advise people to pick this book up and read it for themselves.
Yes, they got to.
yes, you have
Um,
to. You have
and
to.
and there's one thing that I would like to say. I have met a person that changed my whole outlook on life and perspective and made me know that my life has purpose. And I would like to thank him today. And that's Brooklyn Core Cutters.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you
Yes,
so
yes,
much.
You're welcome.
yes,
And
boss man. When you were sent to me, I was at the lowest form.
yes,
I was going through a heck of a lot. And with you guys, y'all helped me through that, and everything is
yes,
wonderful now.
yeah,
You're very welcome.
woo,
Yeah, deep, y'all deep.
deep.
Just pick up this book. Pick up this book, guys. Pick this book
Yes,
up.
get the book,
Listen,
please. It
Brooklyn was
was,
actually the butterfly effect.
He
yes,
was
he
the
was.
butterfly effect. Correct,
Yes,
correct,
indeed.
correct.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? He flew over me and Cal when we really needed a friend. He flew right
yes,
over us and he took us and put
And
us on his wings, and now we flying right along with him.
yes,
fantastic. That's beautiful, guys. That is so
yes,
beautiful.
yes,
So,
Thank you.
so what we're gonna do? We're gonna end the show, and if you guys like, pick this book up. It's fantastic.
yes, it is.
And if you like, you can join our Telegram group. It's in the description below.
Yes, and
Thank you guys for listening,
yes,
and we appreciate you.
yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And I thank you all for taking time out of y'all busy schedule to hear what we had to say. And we look forward to seeing y'all next week.
Wednesday
Yes,
when we do Queen Sugar
And I
and another movie.
Goodbye.
want to thank everybody for supporting us. It's been a long journey.
yes, it has.
And we finally are reaching the mountaintop,
Yes,
and we can't do it without you,
yes,
the people. And I appreciate everyone
Yes,
yes,
that showed us love and support.
yes,
yes.
yes.
Well, into the next video, Brooklyn Cord Cutters and the First Ladies.
We're
We're
out.
out.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Good night.